All right. Good to see everyone again. We'll just jump right into this with questions.
Yeah,
Hutch, get us going, please.
Hey Dave, it's good to see you.
you
Uh,
too. Thanks.
I'll start off with the most recent news with Parker Coyle. Just kind of, were you surprised at all that he's coming back, and just kind of what do you foresee his role being next year?
Surprised, no. Excited that he's coming back, obviously, yes. We were in contact with Parker a lot through this process, and he felt like there were some things here that he hadn't accomplished yet, wanted to do. Obviously, then he had to turn down some money, which he did. We got it worked out, and I think it was the Brewers definitely would have tried to sign him. And then they wanted to wait a little bit longer than he really wanted to wait. And they kind of deadlined him a little bit, kind of threw it back at him. And they wanted to wait a little longer. But if you notice from the 11th round on, except for Parker Coyle, they signed them all. And they signed five of them over slot. So we appreciate Parker coming back, obviously.
Is he a guy that you think is going to stay in the bullpen, or could he get a look at maybe potentially starting for you?
He'll definitely get a look at starting. I mean, that's up to them. I always say that. That's up to them. They got to just go show us. Show us what you can do. And I mean, we already know how good he is out of the pen. He can handle the heat. He can handle the pressure. He comes in. He pounds the strike zone, throwing that cutter, and he makes you swing. So if he can do that as a starter, that'd be great.
And outside of Coyle, just kind of how do you feel about the draft and how you came out of that?
I mean, really nothing unexpected came out of the draft. I mean, super excited for all the guys that had an opportunity, and those that first day was exciting for us to watch because we knew those guys were going to get drafted. We knew they were going to sign. But when you have four guys going the top 41 picks, I mean, it was special. It was, proud moment for all of us coaches. I can tell you that, and I'm sure our fans in the state felt the same way because those guys were a huge part of our team, and they get a good paycheck, and they worked hard to earn that, and I think between the four of them, easily over 10 million in signing bonuses, and then obviously we had 11 drafted, but we also had two other guys signed free agent. Maxwell signed with the Yankees, had that deal done before the draft was over because we were sweating it out that he wasn't get drafted. We called him. He said, "Coach, I've already got a couple things going," so that was exciting. And then the same with Dylan Carter. Dylan had two or three teams that were wanting to sign him. So realistically, I don't know why they just didn't draft him, but they we ended up having, I guess, 13 guys with an opportunity, and 12 of them went out. And it just shows a lot to our development, our culture here, and hopefully these guys will get a chance to play for as long as they want.
Matt, go ahead.
Hey Dave, hope you've had a good summer. Just kind of curious what the conversations are like with guys going in rounds 5 through 11, where there is maybe more of a possibility of them coming back to school.
Yeah, I'll start with the summer thing. Uh, summer, there is no summer for us. It's we start school on the 18th of August. Uh, when you play all the way into Omaha, your summer gets real short, and we love it that way. Um, so I just call it's hot. That's what it is right now. There's no summer. But to answer your question, realistically, in a 20 round draft, if they get picked, they're probably gone for the most part. That means they probably have already got a deal done, or they've agreed on X amount of money before they get the team selects them. Um, you know, there's always a case or two where somebody gets drafted where they haven't talked to the team or the scout, which is rare, but that's happened, and it happened a little bit this year. So, talking to the kids a little bit, Justin Thomas was one that we didn't know, but you look at his kind of his path through college. He goes to Georgia, doesn't play much, goes to JUCO, does a good job, comes here, got off to a slow start, really played well. Three quarter or halfway through the season on, he was great for us. Had a big time appearance in Omaha at the plate. I think he got 8 hits, 9 hits in our games. And, we didn't know, but, eventually, they just come that they want to play pro ball, 21 years old, maybe a little older, and it's time to go. We don't really try to talk them out of it too much. We just listen to what they have to say when we talk about, signing or coming back. And I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, it's, yeah, if they get it close to what I'm looking for or what I'm looking for, I'm going to sign. So we knew the guys were gone. And we knew that, we're going to have a lot of new players and we're going to start over in a lot of situations.
Joe, go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Wanted to ask you about a guy you guys got through the draft that I'm sure you were sweating a little bit, Micah New, given how well he's played on the Cape. What has you most excited about getting him to campus?
Well, that he's athletic. I went out to the Cape and watched him play, and he had a really good night. I was concerned, obviously. Coach Thompson did a great job recruiting him. Um, I think I think Micah just wants to prove that he can play in the SEC, and he deserves to be a good draft pick next year. And we're excited to have him. He can play anywhere in the outfield. Obviously, he played infield last year, but outfield's what he wants to do. And, you know, that's what he told me when I talked with him face to face. And I said, that's what you're going to do. And, uh, but yeah, just getting him through, it gives us a lot of Division I at bats. He's confident and excited that he had a good summer. I called him about a week ago. I think it was the night before was his worst maybe day the whole summer, and it was kind of funny. But I just told him that's baseball. Things happen. Pitchers are good. They're going to get you. So, but he's had a really good summer out there.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. On the injury front, specifically Nolan Sousa and Carson Wiggins, how are those two rehabbing?
Yeah. They're both here working out. Souza seems to be really upbeat. He looks good. Obviously, he can't throw or swing right now. I'm letting that thing stabilize more, but no pain. He's healthy. He feels good. He's ready to get back and chomping at the bit. He'll be a big leader for us. He's got a lot of good leadership qualities, great work ethic. Off the field, he's awesome. Good in the locker room. So he wants to get back out there. I know that he's super disappointed that he didn't get to help us down the stretch and play in the regional, super regional, and then in Omaha. But he knows that this is a big year for him personally and for him helping the team achieve some of our goals. And we'll do whatever they tell us we're supposed to do as far as the doctors, and we'll bring him along. But physically and mentally, he'll be ready to go.
Thanks.
Jacob, or who?
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sorry, it's Evan. No problem, Oliver. I'm on Jacob's account. Hey, Coach, hope you're enjoying the heat, as you call it, and maybe not summer. Curious, and it might be a redundant question. You've lost your outfield yet again. How do you feel with the team and the roster right now that you're going to be able to replace the guys like Maxwell, JT, and Chuck?
Yeah, this is third year in a row. I think we've lost 9 outfielders in the last 3 years, so it's nothing unusual. You start with somebody that was in the program, Brenton Clark. I mean, he's gone out and played for Santa Barbara, and he's getting after it. We had a really good talk before he left. I redshirted him last year. He's a left-handed hitter, just about what I think he should be doing in his game. And I think he needed to hear that from me, that I thought he could be good. But here's what you need to do. And he's gone out and done it. I mean, he's hitting like 350 with a wood bat. I don't know what he's, maybe more. They're probably going to win that thing out in Wichita. They've traveled out there. It seems like they do every year, Santa Barbara. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about what the coaches are telling us about him and how he's playing. So that's always exciting. And then obviously we brought in a few guys. Can't really talk about them too much or any. I don't think, but yeah, just it's wide open. And we went and got a couple of guys that have some experience, that have done some things, And, we get a couple of high school guys coming in. One for sure, one's a two-way guy, plays infield, outfield that we think can help us, but they're all athletic. And, I don't think you're going to see us in 26 hit 127 homers. But we will figure out what we have when we get here, and then we'll develop it and we'll try to beat you with what we have. And that's what we're going to do with the outfield.
And then I guess kind of similar question, but for the pitching staff, losing, Landon and Zach Root amongst others, especially with the starters, but having some of the young guys like Gibbler, maybe Gackle gets another shot. How do you feel that your pitching is as we head into the fall?
Yeah, Gackle will definitely be a starter for us. I mean, I would, he's fine. Gibbler went out and just continued to get better this summer, really impressed a lot of people. I mean, he was supposed to play on the JV, so to speak, of the USA baseball team, and he got to play on the varsity and travel to Japan. That was a great experience, just for him and for his confidence. And right after the trip, he came back and he's been training here. And Fisher's had a good summer. One of the questions probably is Dietz coming back? Dietz is coming back. He went out to the Cape and he's starting to get it rolling. We got a couple other guys that are on the left-handed side, and then the right-handed side, McGuire went out and had another good summer. We just pulled him out of the Cape, and he's going to get back here. We want to keep him healthy. Steele Eves is having a great summer. They love him at the back of the pen out there. He's kind of that bulldog crazy. He'll jump in the pond, whatever you tell him to do. So Dossett, guy that you guys might have forgot about a little bit, he's been training his rear end off for a year now, and he threw a bullpen the other day and they said he touched 94, and he's complete, that's a Tommy John guy, and we're going to get him there. So there's other guys, transfers, guys in the program. I like some of the freshman arms we got, and pretty much I would say 5 or 6 of the freshman pitchers came early, took some classes so that they can work out, so they can throw, and there's some good arm strength there, and there's pitchability with a couple of guys, and the other guys will get there. So, it'll be good to see these guys develop.